So I've been AFKing here. I kind of need a few more pumpkins and melons from the farm. And obviously, doesn't hurt to have a few more mob drops. And there was actually a thunderstorm while I was up here. And I don't want anything to burn around here. I built with a lot of wood. And there's a lot of forest and all that around here. So I came up with a pretty cool idea to fill up the space around here. And that's to build some kind of shrine. A shrine as in a, thunderstorm shrine. So the idea is, I think I have some stone still with me. Oh yeah, and I have installed this mod now where you can see what's in your shulker. Just to make it a bit easier to see what's inside and not have to think about it. So the idea was that I think I'm gonna make like a 4-corner thing. Actually, I don't think that's gonna work. I need a middle block for this. So probably 1, 2, and then it's gonna be over here. Yeah, so that's the middle block there. And then, yeah, this building on the fly, it's definitely not me, but I guess I'm gonna have to make it work. Like I said, I want to stop using templates and all that and learn how to build rather than copying things. So I was thinking to make it, a bit higher on these sides and then do something like that. And potentially like raise it in the middle and maybe add one of the, what do you call it? One of the walls, for example. So if I do a wall like this, add the wall there, and then add a lightning rod on top of it. So I'm gonna play a bit with this design. I'm gonna use some slabs maybe, make it a bit nicer, not have such rough edges, and then I'll be right back. And we're back with the complete building. So I feel like it actually turned out pretty good. Nothing, way out of the ordinary, and I don't think it needs to be more for a lightning strike altar. But I feel like I kind of captured what it needs to be. So I added a few cracked stone bricks here. The lightning strikes all the time, so the bricks start to crack and all that, the cobblestone and all that. So it looks a bit, destroyed, but at the same time it looks kind of still built. I never noticed the sound of chains, to be honest. That's a really cool sound. I really need to lay more just to see how that sounds. And then I added these iron trapdoors just to kind of create a bit more profile. Pretty much just a square, but I think it works. And then obviously the chains are here just to tell you don't go in or you get struck by lightning pretty much. I added 2 lightning rods here. I feel like it adds bit of a more interesting thing. Don't know how you would call it, but with just the one it looked kind of weird, so having it 2 coming out of the wall looks much nicer like this. And I actually did a second one, so that pretty much covers this whole area here, but it kind of stops around here, so it could still hit part of the mountain. So I built another one right here, which basically covers past the starter house. So if any lightning strikes around anything that I built so far, everything is safe. So it's pretty much the same kind of design. Obviously it's a different pattern, but the items that I used are pretty much the same. So again, the cracked stone bricks, the same kind of cobblestone mixed with andesite and whatnot. So I feel like it's gonna work pretty nice, and I'm gonna have my world protected because I don't want to kind of resort to turning off like parts of the game, like the griefing and all these. I still want to keep everything the same that it is. So like this, we get a chance to actually use all the game mechanics. So creating an altar to have the lightning rods. And I think I'm gonna do this all across the world, basically. Just gonna try to enclose all this into the range of the rod, because I think it's about 128 blocks. I do have a sphere that I use basically from Mini HUD that tells me this. So it's pretty nice to have. So I think I'm gonna just go ahead and have this done across the board. Hello everyone, it's Yuki here and welcome back to episode 14 of my Let's Play Survival series. As you've seen just now, I built those two altars there. And I think today I'm just gonna take it a bit slow. I kind of hurt my back, so I don't want to sit on this chair too much, but I still want to get an episode out for you guys for tomorrow, which is Saturday. So I'm just gonna do a few things. I want to expand the storage for this pumpkin farm. This is producing like crazy. And it actually was overflowing and I didn't realize why the minecart was stopped. It's because this was completely full. So I'm gonna definitely have to expand the storage and I'm gonna go underground. I think I'm just gonna make some kind of small sorter where pumpkins have their own row and then the melons have their own, because melons fill up much faster because of the slices. Then I want to try to get some amethyst to actually use my templates that I have to put on my armor. I think I have a rib one and I really like the rib one, how it looks like, so I think I'm gonna go ahead with that. Let's look at this. Oh yeah, it just left. And yeah, we'll see what else I can come up with. I don't have anything planned for this episode, so we're just gonna get it done. I'm gonna try to get a quick episode out for you guys just to keep those weekly uploads going, and we'll see when we get to the end. So this is what I kind of had in mind with the storage. Just a ladder going down. I don't want to overcomplicate it. I'm gonna have 5 slots. There's gonna be 2 for pumpkins and then 3 for melons. This is pretty much how the item sorter looks like at the moment, so I'm just gonna do the same basic impulse item sorter in the back. I like this type of chest idea just purely because everything is gonna filter down to the bottom chest. I don't have to always, oh, is there something on the top chest that I forgot or anything like that. No matter where I take things from, all the items are gonna filter down to the bottom chest. So I think I'm gonna add like maybe 4 chests or something like that. I know there's a lot of hoppers, but you know, it's a single player server, so, well, rather a single player world, so I don't have to worry about the lag as much. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I might have to move this ladder just slightly over just so you don't have the chest like right in your face. And then I'm going to think about decorating later on. So all the redstone is done. I still have to finish putting in the hoppers and all the remaining chests here to go all the way down. But the redstone, it's pretty much complete now. Let's place one of these so I can actually get up there. And this is pretty much how it looks like. The only thing remaining really is to add the filter items. So I'm gonna do the one that has an overflow protection. So you basically need 3 items here and then you would need 41 in the second slot. And then with the 41 here, anything that goes in here will just filter down basically. Actually, sorry, no, that's wrong. You need 4 here and then the items would filter down as 41. So I definitely renamed way too many of these. Alright, then if we go and grab some of the pumpkins and melons from up here, let's take a stack of these, a stack of that. We can now set up the filters, so I'm gonna do pumpkins on the first 2 like I said, and then it's going to be melons on the last 3. So for example, now if I drop all those pumpkins in here, you will see that all of them will filter down and we should have 41 remaining in here. I know technically you're losing items because you have this 41, but in my opinion it's better to have it this way, so like that nothing can overflow and break your whole storage system. And then at the end I'm just gonna add the dispenser facing into lava or a cactus, so like that in case everything gets full, everything just gets destroyed. And now the last step is just to connect this chest to the hopper chain, which should technically filter everything by itself. Oh, right. Because these are actual full melons, all of them are going to stop at the end. And that's something that I didn't actually think about. So I'm gonna have to remove those first from the system, or else it's going to break it. And then I'm gonna have to take these out as well. And then everything should end up in these chests. So you will see that all of the pumpkins are gonna go in here. Then we will have all the melons over here. Obviously after the chest gets full with the 41 items. So I think if we go in the back, you should see all the redstone flickering. So see, we have 41 in here. There's nothing in there. This is coming now. So this should start flickering anytime now because of the 41 items going through. As you can see. So because of the overflow protection, the redstone never actually bleeds all the way. So all the items are gonna stick at 41. Then once this gets full, basically the next 3 are gonna get all the rest of the items. So that's pretty much it. The only thing remaining now is to finish the chests, get all these melons stuck in these chests basically, because I'm going to craft them in the end. And yeah, we finally got a nice storage for this and nothing's gonna overflow. As you can see, everything's filtering down now. It's going to be slightly slow, so I can probably give it a hand here, I would assume. Where? Oh, they're actually filtering one lower. I forgot that I linked this all the way through. Okay, fair enough. And yeah, everything will go into this chest now. Like I said, see how I put everything in here and straight away everything filtered down. So that's why I like this kind of storage a bit more. I know you kind of have it a bit uglier here. You don't have, you know, the nice line of chests. But I think I'm just going to add some trapdoors on the front and then everything's going to be looking fine. And probably as I did with the mob farm, once I gather a few more shulker boxes, I can add an extra hopper down below, which basically would filter into the shulker box, and I'll always have shulker boxes available for trading. So after I finished that, I actually expanded the storage for the sugarcane farm. All these 3 chests are full now, and this starts to overflow already. And I don't necessarily want to lose too much sugarcane, so I just expanded this just like a row of chests, nothing too fancy. And I'm actually considering that I could potentially turn this into more bone meal. I don't think I want to do that. I already have so much bone meal from the mob farm. So I think I'm just gonna let it despawn here in case it overflows all these chests. That would give me way more sugarcane that I need for rockets, so I should be okay for now. So the next thing that I want to do is actually get this armor trimmed up. So I already have this smithing template. It's really expensive with the diamonds, but it's gonna have to happen. So I got 3. I do need... Do I want to put it on my chest plate as well, really? Or not? Let's do it without the chest plate first. I will need a few more diamonds, actually. So let's line them up. Get our lucky pick out. Then I can duplicate it once more. Okay, so that's 5. Which means I can have a spare one. Just in case I die or anything happen, I still have that template there. And then I actually need a smithing table, right? Which is, if I'm not mistaken, it's iron and 2 wood planks, which I have absolutely none. So I should have some in this chest over here. I have 1 and 2. Am I wrong? Isn't the recipe something like this? Do they have to be the same type of wood or something like that? Oh, it's 4 planks. Got it. It's 4 planks and 2 iron. Okay. So we have the smithing template now. Can place that down. Let's take all the armor off. Then drop it in here. Oh, I need the ingot to change it. And I want to use amethyst. That's, I think the purple would kind of fit the vibe. You know, I know my dressed like as purple, like my clothes are purple, but I still feel like the purple would look the best. So I think I'm gonna have to go find some amethyst first. So I know there is a cluster, or geode rather, somewhere here. I hope I'm not gonna die in this process. I know it was somewhere here when I was lighting up these caves, and I didn't really light them up fully, so there we go. There it is. I should be okay. I do have, you know, full armor, and I definitely need to come explore this cave anytime soon. Like, look at all those ores that are out here. So yeah, let's get some of this amethyst. Technically, all of these should be fully grown considering how much I loaded the area. I already have 56, that's a bit insane. Okay, I think a stack should do me well. So now let's go back, see if I can find my way. Was it through here? Ooh, there's a diamond there. I don't know if it was through here though. Or was it? I guess I can kind of walk in here like this. Put that there. And I am... Oh, I'm all the way back here. I totally forgot about this. Okay, so I'm gonna have to kind of make my way through this. So I guess I'm just gonna have to break this for a second. And then just replace it back. And here we are. So a stack and a bit, and I got a block as well. So let's get back to crafting. So I'm gonna do the chest plate as well. Might as well, why not? I'm gonna use it at some point when I'm gonna have to fight the mobs, or if I'm gonna go to the nether. So let's put this here, put those in there. Rib armor, amethyst material. Oh, we got a crafting a new look advancement. There we go. And we are fully done. So let's see, how do we look like? It doesn't look as impressive without the chest plate. Once I put the chest plate on, it kind of looks a bit better now. I really love this quick swap feature that they added, to be honest. But yeah, it looks like we're definitely, you know, slightly looking better. I really need to break this shield. I don't want to take the shield off until it actually breaks. I'm gonna have to see how long that takes. But yeah, now we finally have some trim on our armor. And we're gonna have to go soon for that netherite. Another thing that completely slipped my mind is that I could actually use these drip leaf around here. I'm just gonna need a bit of bone meal. And here we go. Yeah, this would make like a nice parkour. I don't know how the small ones look like though here. Oh, they just look like that. Oh, they kinda... Okay, I didn't know that. So I get big drip leaf if I do it this way. Okay. And then if I do it that way, they turn into a small one. So how exactly do I get the small drip leaves again? Do I only get the original one as a small drip leaf? I didn't even get the original one this time around. Okay, so I guess those are only to be placed once. That is definitely good to know. Let's do one more. Is that enough? There we go. I could potentially add one more over here, right? And then maybe we can add one over like this side. Yeah, I feel like it adds a bit more. I need to start using these drip leaf a bit more often, to be honest. They kind of look cool. like that. Okay, so yeah, that's, you know, a bit more of an addition to our river. And I think I could use these at a few spots rather than making a bridge. I could just use something like that, for example, at places that, you know, I want to make it more difficult to get to. For example, I don't know, like here to the mob farm, for example, I could add a drip leaf kind of parkour. You know, I don't want everyone to be able to access my mob farm in the lore, so like that I'm just gonna make it a bit more difficult so not everyone can reach there from the mountain. I know there's a path from the other side, but technically the path is closed. I never actually linked it to the mob farm, so could be something that I'm gonna do in the future. One last thing for this episode that I wanted to do is to just make another small farm for the villagers over here. So I'm just gonna mix both the carrots, the potatoes and the wheat in this farm just to kind of make it look a bit more varied in color. And I'm not gonna fully plant everything, just gonna let it a bit more scarce like that, and then they're gonna start farming all the crops around here once I gather a few more. So I think at the moment I have these two guys over here. There was one inside a house somewhere, or maybe in there. I think this one's kind of looking at the workstation through the wall. I don't necessarily understand what's happening here. So I might have to get rid of this composter over here so they don't glitch into that spot there. I don't know exactly what's going on, why he does that, to be totally honest. So see, the second I destroy that, if I put it there, he should be walking around to a different one. So I really don't know why he would do that. I think now it's gonna go actually and be stuck in that corner, exactly. Okay, why would that be? I really wonder why that would happen. It's a really weird behavior. What if I put it here? Would you do the same? Okay, he gets it from that side. Alright, so I'm probably gonna have to redesign this slightly then and not put composters in here. Maybe because this lantern and the fence post are there, they think that they can get to the composter. Doesn't really make sense because they can see this one. But anyway, I'm gonna figure that along the way. I'm not gonna bother too much about it. But yeah, look, I think he's planting already a few crops around here, so that's good to see. So yeah, we have a working villager farm now. A villager village, rather. So I'm just gonna have to expand this a bit more. I think I might add a small flower garden in this area just to have a bit of color. And then I still need to think what I want to add over on this side. Maybe some kind of farming equipment. I don't know, I really need to think about this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As always, if you have any comments to add or anything that I could add into the world, leave them down below. I will be sure to check them out and incorporate them in my plans. If you didn't like the video yet, make sure you do so. If you're not subscribed, go ahead. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye!